Hi everyone! For those of you who don't recognize me, my name is Jordan. I'm one of the GPS facilitators and I work at Girls Inc. Hope you enjoy our video.
Hi everyone, and I'm Carissa, one of the GPS facilitators, and I work at the YWCA.
Sexual Harassment Part 1. You may have heard the term sexual harassment thrown around in presentation topics, in passing, or even in jokes. But let's get on the same page here. Sexual harassment is not a joke, and in extreme circumstances, your school can get shut down if it does not report sexual harassment going on. Sexual harassment is defined as unwanted, I repeat, unwanted or unwelcomed sexual behaviors that interfere with your day-to-day life. Sexual harassment can cause you to feel embarrassed, threatened, angry, and often trapped.
You may be wondering, what are some examples? It can include sexual jokes, comments, or gestures about someone. Spreading sexual rumors about someone, whether in person or online, or even writing on the bathroom wall or other public places. Showing someone inappropriate sexual pictures or videos, or posting comments, pictures, or videos on social media. Pulling at someone's clothing or intentionally brushing up against someone, touching, grabbing, or pinching someone in a deliberately sexual way. Asking someone to send them naked pictures, or even asking them out over and over again. If you are sexually harassed, you might feel embarrassed, humiliated, angry, threatened, or trapped.
Now, when you are being sexually harassed, it is never your fault. I will say it again. It is never your fault if someone sexually harasses you. You are never asking for it, no matter what you are wearing, doing, or saying. Here are some more thoughts on sexual harassment that we might not normally think of. It happens at school. It happens at work. It can happen anywhere. Girls can sexually harass boys. Boys can sexually harass boys. Girls can sexually harass girls. Sexual harassment is not limited to people of the same age. Adults sometimes can sexually harass young people. There is a difference between sexual harassment, which is unwanted and makes you feel uncomfortable, and flirting, which is wanted and makes you feel good. The victim decides if something is sexual harassment, not the harasser.
Now that we talked about what sexual harassment is and how to identify it, let's go into what to do when it happens. First, if someone is doing something to you that you would define as sexual harassment, tell them to stop. Tell them that you don't like what they are doing and that you want them to stop. If that doesn't work, talk to a trusted friend or family member. Often the people we can trust can help us get a clear head on the situation and what the best thing to do is. If it's happening at school, report it to a guidance counselor or teacher that you trust, or you could even go talk to your principal about it. If you happen to work and it happens there, tell your boss or your boss's boss. Don't keep silent about it. Keep a detailed record of what happened when it happened. Writing it down in the moment is more reliable than writing it down later or trying to remember all the details.
Now, you might be thinking, what's the school going to do if I tell them? They're not going to do anything. They're just going to make everything worse. Well, public schools get their money from the government, and there's a law called Title IX that basically says no organization getting money from the government can exclude, deny, or discriminate against others on the basis of sex. None of the teachers, principals, or other staff can do this, but the school also cannot allow those things to happen among its students. If the school knows that sexual harassment is happening and does nothing, the school can lose its funding. If the school does not take immediate and reasonable steps to end the harassment, the school can lose its funding and shut down.
Don't ignore the behavior. Studies show that people who aren't reprimanded for bad behavior will only continue to do it. Speak up and say something. Even if it's not happening to you directly, if you see it happening, report it, or even talk to the person it's happening to afterwards and offer support. Ignoring it only makes it worse.
One last point. Like we said, sexual harassment is unwanted sexual actions as defined by the victim. It is repeated and severe. It can make it difficult to want to participate in class or extracurricular activities, especially if the victim is scared of being sexually harassed again. This impacts other people too, not just the victim. No one has the right to sexually harass someone. Thank you for joining us for Sexual Harassment Part 1. We hope you learned something helpful about sexual harassment and what to do if you're ever sexually harassed. We'll virtually be seeing you soon for Part 2 of this video, where we'll be diving deeper into this information.